If your EC2 instance is running but you still cannot connect to it, your security group is probably the issue. In this video, I'll show you how to troubleshoot and fix very common EC2 connection problems step by step. Let's get started. Open AWS console, search for EC2, open EC2 dashboard, and then click on instances. As you can see, my EC2 instance is currently running, but even if the server is running, the connection issue can still happen if the security group rules are incorrect. Security groups are basically AWS firewalls. They control what traffic is allowed into your EC2 instance. So let's try to connecting to the server using remote desktop. Now, before we continue, if you don't know how to download the remote desktop file or connect to an EC2 instance, check out my previous EC2 connection video first. In this video, we will focus specifically for troubleshooting security group connection issues. Alright, so let's go ahead and click connect. As you can see, I'm currently able to connect successfully and access the server. Now let's see what happens when the security groups is missing. If the connection fails or times out, AWS is usually blocking the traffic before it reaches the server. So now let's check the security group attached to this EC2 instance. Select EC2 instance, go to security. Under security group, click security group link. This is where AWS control network access. Inbound rules control traffic into the server. For Windows Remote Desktop, we need port 3389 open. To demonstrate the issue, I'm going to temporarily remove the RDP rules. Edit inbound rules. Find RDP TCP port 3389 and then click on delete icon and then save the rules. Now AWS is no longer allowing remote desktop traffic into the server. Now when I try to connect again, the connection fails. Even though the EC2 instance is still running, AWS is blocking the traffic because security group rules is missing. This is one of the most common beginner AWS issues. Alright, so now let's try to fix issues by adding the RDP rules back. Go back to security group, inbound rules, edit inbound rules, and then click add rules. For type, I will choose RDP. AWS automatically fills in TCP and port 3389. For source, I'll use my IP so only my current IP address can connect. Now I'll save the rule and try to connect my EC2 instance. And just like that, the connection works again. So the issue was not the EC2 instance itself, it was a missing security group rule. Just FYI, one important setting here in source field. If you use 0.0.0.0/0, that means anyone on the internet can attempt to connect. For Learning Lab, this is common, but for better security, using my IP is usually safer. Alright, so quickly recap. If you can't connect to EC2, first make sure the instance is running. Then check the security group inbound rules. For Windows Server, make sure port 3389 is allowed. For Linux Server, make sure port 22 is allowed. That's it for this video. We fixed an EC2 connection issue by updating the security group. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.